So I know most of you guys and gals might not believe me that I appreciate and do a lot more refrigeration than you think. I just can't, it's harder to video the refrigeration things, okay? Ice machines, reach-in coolers, man, there's people and things and stuff happening. There's always music in the background and YouTube's like, nah, you can't play that. Copyright. So, every now and then I finally get something that I can actually video, do a little quick lesson thingy Billy on, and here we go. Walk-in cooler, frozen. Had to cut out while I was thawing the ice so I could charge the old GoPro. Anywho's, enjoy, like, subscribe, comment. Don't comment, don't like, don't subscribe. I did promise that at 1,000 subscribers I will do my semi-hermetic teardown, and I'll even tell you what the actual part names are, okay? Not the thingamabob or the doodad that does the thing and whatever. Anyway, we're almost there, people. Got 871. Almost there. Hope you enjoy. Alright folks, today we got to squeeze through all this little bitty walk-in cooler ain't cooling. But you might be like, why? I don't understand. Well, I'm gonna show you real quick why. She got ice, baby. Dun 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 dun. Maybe you can see that. So, what your boy's gonna do is I'm gonna put y'all on a charger because I'm down to 20% battery. I'm gonna get the old water hose out here. We're gonna make a mess because anytime you have a frozen evaporator, before you can do anything, you gotta thaw her out. Okay, can't make a diagnosis with a frozen evaporator. All right. I know this thing's old. You can see runs 407A, which means it's an old 22 unit. Took a gander at the compressor. It's been hacked. I got the pressure switches laying on the thing on sideways and backwards. You got everything enacted, you know. I think maybe we might look at getting them a new one. We're just at the beginning of summer. It's a great time to get something you can trust with all this food in it. Without further ado, I'm gonna go get my stuff out, spend some time on this. I'm gonna put y'all in the truck and let you charge. So I'll get back with, you know, some real stuff coming up soon. We'll see. All right, people, evaporator is thawed. A couple inches of ice out of the back, probably about 3 inches of ice out of the front, inch or two out of the sides. But you got to remember when you thaw an evaporator coil out, people, and it's not just in refrigeration, this is HVAC as well, you got to get the middle. You can't just get the surface ice and be like, oh, I got all the ice, because you didn't. Okay, there's ice in the middle. All right, now I'm gonna go up and check out this condenser coil with this hose, make sure that it's nice and clean. Kind of doubt it. It is, but we're gonna find out. See what kind of junk we get out of it. It's actually relatively clean, but I wouldn't call it perfect. Yeah, we got some chunks. I'm gonna hit this from the other side though, because I'm not taking that fan guard off, the fan blade and all that stuff. We're just gonna have to see what we see once it's all said and done. Is this the right way? No, sure isn't. But is this gonna get clean? Yep, clean as a whistle. And what we can see is all this dirt that's gonna be coming out onto this nice white roof. And that is our indication of the fact that they either don't do preventive maintenance, or they need to fire their preventive maintenance company and get another one. I do know that the evaporator coil was caked up with box dust. Box dust is common in walk-in coolers. That's why with your preventative maintenances, you get evaporator coil cleaners. They should be cleaned. Man, depends on how big your unit is, how much movement you have in it, but I would say a minimum of at least once every 6 months. So condensers probably once a quarter, also depending on where you live. If you live somewhere there's a bunch of cottonwood and stuff floating around, probably need to do a little bit more often. But I got clean water coming through. We're making it rain down on the thing. Look at that smoke. Yeah, I'll take that thing to the house. Anyway, so frozen evaporator. What can cause a frozen evaporator? Number one, is could have a thermostat that's stuck, right? Thermostat's stuck in the closed position, so it doesn't ever turn off. Your evaporator is going to freeze up, and there's nothing you can do about that. Well, replace the thermostat, you can do that. Whenever you come up to a walk-in cooler and you see a frozen evaporator, look at the ice, inspect it, put your peepers on it, all right? Feel it, use your fingers. See if it's even, or if it's more ice on one side than the other. If it's solid or if it's soft, makes a difference, okay? It could help you diagnose what's going on. Also, when you walk in there, put your hands up and feel the fans. I know they may look like they're spinning, but one of them might be spinning the wrong way. Oh, ding, 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 ding. See, this disconnect don't work. It works in the middle position, and that is not a three-way switch. So, I couldn't find the breaker, but I did find that if you put the switch in the middle, it stops everything. That's great. That's great. Why is she running? I turned that thing up to 80. It did get pretty warm in there. I don't think it got 80. All right. The other thing to check, well, I already checked the thermostat on this one. Thermostat's good. We're about to go check the fans. I did not feel the fans earlier, but I'm going to feel them right now. They are going the right direction. And get back. Get back here to the thermostat. And let's see. Wow. How about some light? This is down. I want to hear my solenoid. There's the solenoid. Okay. So, ow. I just shocked the crap out of myself. Well, tell you what, I can't see the dang thing. And it's too dang dark. And I don't know how to turn the light on. Let's see, where are we at? Don't touch the wire thing, people. Only idiots do that. There should be right about... The thermostat did work, by the way. There's 20, 30. We are really close. Right about there is where they had it before. Yeah, sure did hit the old thumb, didn't it? Man, So thermostat works, fans are blowing the right way. Evaporator coil was dirty, and that could cause it. It's hard to tell how dirty it was because it's covered in ice. So whenever I spray the ice off, it cleans the coil. I could tell it was dirty because of how many chunks went down into the thing there. Lots of chunks. We don't want to see chunks in your walk-in cooler. This runs 407A, so we're going to grab some gauges, get up to the condenser, put the deal on the thing, and see what we got. And I'll be back. One interesting thing, people. This condenser ain't turning on. Which I think is odd, because she should be. So, what do we got going on here? I don't know. I feel a lot of heat, but maybe that fan's not turning. That's not going to cause it to freeze up, though. Ah, we got a bad fan motor. That should not cause it to freeze up. The bad thing is, that's a pancake. Wow, we got smoke coming from that thing. That's not really smoke, people. It's steam from the water. I don't have that fan motor. That's bad. So, well, that's just super. I have a 9721 universal motor that might actually work. This one's a pancake motor. Remember I said I didn't want to take the fan thing off? Well, now I don't have a choice. And the reason is because I said I didn't want to take the fan thing off. That's why the fan's bad. I don't have very many minutes to make this thing turn off and do stuff. So, what I'm going to do is pop this thing off. It doesn't feel that hot. So there's a slight chance that we have a fan cycling switch not working. Let's see here. Fan power goes into the bottom. One leg goes there. And I don't know. I can't see through the wirings. I know this is mint. I think it came from the factory like that. Before I do this, let's go ahead and check dadgum power to the fan. Wrong side. Hit. Oh, sure. Let's put the electrical right in front of the thing so no one can get to it. Sure. That's mint, bruh. Okay. Alright, what do I got here? Fan power. Here's one side, which goes onto an incoming power terminal. The other side goes to what? Careful digging around in these things, people. You already saw me got the shock on it once. Not trying to go for a twofer today. It almost looks like these wires are melted together, but I can't see. It's sad when you need a flashlight in the daytime. So that one goes to this switch right here. This would be my fan cycle switch. Is it even working? Is it attached to anything? It is hardwired. So we're going to check the voltages on the fan cycler. Turn this thing on. Oh, need my meter. I'll be right back. I had been smart enough to look at that before, I would have seen they've already bypassed this fan cycle switch. We're going to try and get this thing replaced. But in the meantime, I've got to try to make it work. Let's flip her on, see if I can get me some fanage. $204 volts is going to that fan. The fan is bad. So now I'm going to take the bracket off, see if a 9721 is going to work on this application. It all gonna depend on that bracket. If that bracket has universal holes in it, then we're gonna make it work. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do. I'm not the on-call human, so I'm not the guy that's gonna be running around after hours grabbing parts today. I think that is going to work, actually. So it'll also depend on the shaft size. This would be absolutely crazy if it does work. So I don't know how I'm gonna get that bottom bolt out, but it's not gonna be with my impact, you know. So I'm gonna go grab some wrenches, grab some Allen keys, grab a 9721. We're gonna see what happens, people. I'll be back. So I haven't popped it off yet, but I'm starting to think nay on this one. I don't think she's gonna work. I think the shaft on this motor, on this hub, is too big. Did I pick the right Allen key right off the bat? I did not. That one looks too big. Why does it look too big? Because it is too big. Man, I'll tell you what, I just can't pick the right thing. This one's probably too small. I don't even know why I'm trying this one, to find out that it's too small. It's got to be this one. You know what? I'm going with this one. Ha! What's up, people? So if this shaft is the same size as my 9721, which it's not. 9721 is going to have a smaller shaft than that. Oh, it's close. Do we have a winner? Dude, that's going to work. OMG, people! Who would have thought this little bitty 9721 would be able to take place of that? I tell you what, Gina, we're gonna make this happen today. Right, meow. If I can find the thing, what do I need? Need a flathead. Got one in the deal here. It's supposed to be on a call here in a minute. I may have to miss that thing. People need their walk-in working. Okay. I'm just not doing this the right direction, am I? Here we go. Need a backer. Get on there, backer. Tell you what, this is not user-friendly. But she's probably lasted quite a while. We're not going to be able to use this flex that they have. Can definitely use the wires inside it, but the flex is going to have to go. I could have made my life a lot easier and just put me on a whole different piece of wire. That would have worked just fine. See, this one runs 1500 RPMs, single phase, 230 volts, one and the horsepower is scratched off. It looks like 1/15th, which 9721. Telling you what, that fan motor is amazing. The only thing that's going to screw me is if it doesn't fit this bracket, but I'm pretty sure. I say pretty sure. We'll see what happens. How about that? Let's see what we see when we see it. Because I see these holes right here do fit. This one has a separate bracket on the back. I don't care if I gotta go get an angle grinder and break that thing off. How does this connector work? Like, what are we doing in here? I don't know what we're doing in there. I don't know how that... I don't know. We're gonna cut it off. That's what we're gonna do. Right about chomp. Now, for the moment of truth, will it mount? Let's see. How do you take it off? Can't use the big one. All right. 1/4 inch. Yeah, so that motor has its own bracket just for this specific fan guard. Look at that. I have not seen one of those in life yet. And this guy should just sit right on that puppy. Probably don't bring enough, probably don't have enough wire nuts, people. Probably gonna have to go down, dig around on the thing for some wire nuts. I'm pretty sure this is gonna fit on here just fine. How about that for a condenser motor swap? I didn't think it was gonna work. A lot of those pancakes, of course, I call this a pancake. This specific motor is much smaller than a normal pancake, but I call them pancakes because they're squatty. Okay? This one's got a lot more, well, this one's just got a lot less volume. How about, we'll just say it like that. Has less girth. Yeah, I said it. I said girth, people. This goes on like that. This goes on like this. Do they fit in the holes? Got one. Oh, we might be out of luck. I thought I was getting all excited. Come on. Tell me you're gonna fit. It fits. She's gonna work, people. I cannot believe this worked. Y'all may have seen this and done this already before, but I haven't. I've never seen one of these 9721s be able to replace a motor like that. But it's that odd looking bracket thingy dealy they got there. The shaft fits, bracket fits. I'm just beside myself. Completely beside myself. We're almost done with this. I think we're going to find something else wrong. So what I saw was hard ice and a lot of it, like it's thick. That doesn't happen overnight. The hard ice takes time and it usually builds layers, and I highly doubt there's any way that hard ice came from a seized condenser fan motor in the summertime. Okay, if anything, it's not going to be able to cool at all. Even if your pressure switch isn't working right, your compressor's going to blow out. Like it's not going to, it's going to make the evaporator warmer, not cooler. So you shouldn't have any ice at all with a bad condenser fan motor. So I'm at a loss as to, it's probably low on charge. That was probably our original cause of the beginning of the ice build. And if they'd waited another week to call it in, then guess what? The ice would have probably been melted because this fan wasn't working. I cannot believe that actually worked. How many times can I say that, people? Blows my mind. Absolutely mind blown. I gotta make sure I put it on the right spot. You want your fan shroud, your fan blade halfway between the fan shroud, which is pretty dang burn close right there. Where's my key? So I'm gonna move it, I'm gonna nudge it a little bit this way. Right there. I'm going to get her toy. Come on. Alright, she ain't going nowhere. And 9/16. Where you at? Where, oh, where can my impact be? There it is. Getting that bottom screw on here is gonna suck. I mean, it's going to be really difficult. Oh, wrong way. No, you can't stay there. Yep. Goodness. This is the one that's just in a lovely position. Why would you do, who even makes this? I don't know. Let's see here. The serial number says, I'm really old, but it doesn't say who made it. I don't know who made this thing, but they can't be putting the screw down in the place where no one can reach the dang screw. Look, I dropped it. I dropped it, now I'm never gonna be able to see it again. Come on. Can't get to the screw. Ugh. I have to get it to mount because there's only 3, which means if I didn't and I just left this to be, it would sit there and flop all over the place. See, and I can't see it, so I don't know how, if I'm not aligned, I don't know nothing. I dropped it again. No, I didn't almost cuss. It's there, just a little bit up. A little bit up, just. Maybe this is the one I should have put in first, you think? What do you think? Go up. How do I make it go up? You know what? I got an idea, people. We're gonna try one of my new toys. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to find it. I did just put it back in here. There. Nope, that's not it. Where did it go? If someone stole my new toy. Come on. I just pulled it out of my bag yesterday and put it back in when I realized it wasn't going to work on that job. Oh, where is it? I know. If you clean out your bag, maybe you'd find your tools a little better. Nah. Shut up. Come clean my bag for me. How about that? How about them apples and bananas? That's not gonna work. Ha! Wow. See, I told you I had it the whole time. I knew it. Of course I knew it. It's not gonna work. There's not going to be enough room for... There's not going to be enough room for my bit. Actually, it's not going to work anyway because it won't reach. That's great. Y'all saw me put it in there. Right where it was supposed to go. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to loosen this one. Try to lift it a little bit. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. If I can just get a couple threads started, then we can make it work. You almost have to take the dang receiver out just to put the fan thing on. Oh, dropped it. Come on. Can't even get it. I tried from the other way and I can't fit my fat arm in there. Come on, give me a couple threads. Just a couple threads. I can make the rest happen. It's not gonna do it, is it? Nope. That screw's sitting here laughing at me. You're gonna be late to everything. Come on. I'm going to win. You're not going to win. I'm going to win. I think it's going. Yep. Yep. Whew. All right. Now, let's tighten this one first. "27 years later. The only other thing we're gonna need to do is tie up the wires. And make sure the direction is correct. And then we're gonna find out that it's low on charge. Which is okay, because I carry 407A. I'm glad that someone actually used the right refrigerant on this thing. So 407 is a replacement for R22. 407C you would use on refrigeration, or no, sorry, on HVAC. 407A you use on refrigeration. 208, 230. Purple is a single line. Let me get this wire broken loose. Get some of this fresh. Goodness. That flex means business. I might have to take the whole flex off. I can't even. That's my thing going. Alright, back to business. Black and orange. We're just, dude, people, we're just following the wiring diagram. It tells you exactly what to do with every wire. It's no-brainers. No-brainers. So black and orange, 2, 3. So I should be able to use all of my good. I'm about out of wire nuts. Just about out. White is my other line voltage. That's this one. Purple was one line, white's the other line. Brown and brown white are already wired to something, so all I have left is my, where's my yellow? Uh-oh, what'd I miss? Yellow is capped. That's Cap Dog. Yeah, go ahead. Make fun of me. I don't care. Don't even care. Alright, I'm gonna ground the deal to the thing here so I don't drive in another self-tapper. I'm gonna ground it. As a matter of fact, we'll ground it on the side. They don't even matter on this thing. As long as she's grounded. Then we're going to check our rotation, make sure that's good. Alright, rotation. We need it to go. I need to make sure it's not going to hit the fan or hit the shroud. Well, that was on me, people. There, we're good. Spins freely. Should have checked that before. Alright, we want it to go that way. Clockwise lead end. So this is shaft end, counterclockwise shaft end. It's already set up. So we don't have to do anything with that. We're going to make sure she turns on. Then we're going to zip tie everything up. And I don't see a sight glass, which is really interesting. I wonder if it ever used to have one. I might throw a gauge on there and see what our pressures are at. Let's check our fan now. Beautiful. She's beautiful. Okay, now we're not going to short cycle. Compressor's not going to blow up. Guarantee you some kind of cooling is going to happen. I don't know what kind or for how long. I don't know. Maybe it was just evaporator coils all dirty, gunked up. We don't have a side glass, so I'm gonna have to put a gauge on it to see where we're at. 407A in a walk-in cooler situation, not a walk-in freezer. Walk-in cooler, your suction temperature should be probably right around 28-ish degrees. Can get away with 25, maybe even 29. But yeah, let's zip tie the things up. After she's had a second to run, we'll check our pressures. If y'all have any ideas of what you think, like, we gotta be something else going on. There's gotta be, because we got bad things happening. I can feel the heat coming off this thing, so I know we're at least we're condensing. We got some head pressure going on. But what do you think? What are your thoughts on a unit frozen up? Is it just me, or is the last thing you would think of a seized up condenser family? But I don't think that's just me. I think that's a real thing. We got the waspuses floating around me. I don't like it. I got stung by a wasp a couple weeks ago. Tell you what, that thing, it stung me on my shin. And man, I tell you, it swelled up. My whole foot could barely even fit in my dang gum socks or in my shoe. It was bad. I don't think I turned y'all off for that, so I gotta edit that part out. That's a couple things I gotta edit out by now. Always put your electrical panel on only when it's dripping wet. Okay? Extremely important. It's the only way it's gonna work right. All right. We ain't gonna pay attention to that. I'm gonna clean up my mess. It's had enough time by now. It should have settled into wherever it wants to be. We can take a look and see if we got some good pressures going on, or if we're in bad shape. My field piece thing here is starting to tear on me. It's been years. I think I gotta send this thing in and get it updated and whatnot anyway. Look, they put a stinger on. How nice of them. Suction line's sweating like it's supposed to. I know that doesn't mean anything right now because we could still have issues on the side of the coil. My buttons on my dang things here are sticking. 47A. All right, where are we at? It's a little bit high, but I would expect that because it's hot in the box. So I'm honestly not worried about it. We had a dirty evaporator, or dirty condenser coil, dirty evaporator coil. Condenser fan motor, I guarantee you, happened after all of this started freezing up. That did not just happen. We got the things laying on the side. Rewired, hacked, wired, hack, wire, hack, wire, hack, rewire, hack. I'm gonna put in a quote to get this thing replaced. Something a little more to date. And I'm gonna leave this refrigeration system as it is. Not going to touch it at all. I might go and turn the thermostat up a tidbit of a tad bit, but that's it, people. Like I said, I'm going to reiterate this. Condenser fan motor seizing is not going to cause a unit to freeze, especially not in the summertime. There's no way possible. All it's going to do is increase everything or decrease the amount of time that the compressor is actually running. So that's not going to happen. But that was an after the fact thing, and we saw it on the video, and it is what it is. It's time to pack up. Got soccer practice tonight. Got to go out and teach kids how to kick the ball and whatnot. Actually, I don't teach that part. I'm the guy that's responsible for them huffing and puffing after practice, after actual skills part's over. And that's right. We got them doing the whole run-ins and conditioning and whatnot. Bring up some of the old Army stuff. I'm sure they love it. Sure they love it. All right, pack up time, go home time. I hope y'all weren't angled down the whole time. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get better at that. I know the GoPro hat's starting to sag, and so it's hard for me to remember to pick up the camera. So if you were looking at the ground the whole time, I'm sorry. I'm gonna post it anyway. I don't know, maybe you got some good stuff in there. Anyway, till next time, deuces.